The most notorious turn one of all.
I'm sure there's going to be tears.
Watch the wheels come off. Literally and metaphorically.
Don't try to outbrake each other at first turn one, please.
Yeah, and you got to remember if you're second,
get round
third,
it.
and fourth row, you're going to have to brake earlier.
Yeah, much earlier. No downforce. Well, anyway.
Should have made this no rules.
Damage is off, right?
Yes, David.
Damages on performance impacting, you still lose your wing, everything. So the only thing you won't do is I don't believe you can lose your wheels and be taken out of the race.
Right, so you can still limp back to the pits or whatever.
Yeah.
Don't forget to save your replays if you can.
Yeah, I'm going to record this week, I think.
No, it's all of them dropped out.
Yes, I've just started recording.
He does that quite a lot, doesn't he, right at the last minute?
Who has? Oh, Zavonimir.
Zavonimir.
I don't know if I'm recording or not now. Good luck.
Yeah, best luck.
Go!
What happened there?
I just hit the back of someone.
Right
Someone
side.
just came over the top of me.
Still there. Still there. Keep it steady. Clear right. Tiny bit of aero damage, just ignore it.
I don't know who that orange car was, but I was trying to
I think that's probably me. No worries.
We need a handicap, David.
I've just been
Rewind, in the middle. Clear to the left, car right. Clear to the right. Okay, Prom, you're locking up your fronts a lot.
They're on the track.
All tyres.
Sorry, come on, limping.
I don't know where the fuck that was about, man. I got a doctor at the start, I got a drive through for it.
Olivier is back.
The car ahead's pitting, 10th position. The gap in front has increased to 6.9. Car right,
No, Jeff.
clear right. Your suspension's going to need sorting, you'll need to come in. The car behind's pitting.
I was out of control, man. I didn't think you were going to break me up.
The leader has just done a 132.87. Okay, pit stop requested. You're locking your right front into Lesmo 2. Acknowledged. Pit request cancelled. car in front is pitting. You're locking your right front going into Parabolica. P8. The car behind is pitting. You're locking your right front going into the first chicane. The gap behind has now decreased to 11 seconds. Your water temperature is creeping up. You're locking your left front into Ascari.
Ah, bollocks.
The car ahead's pitting now. Sector 1 is 6.8 seconds off the pace.
Right side, clear to the right.
Ah, piss off.
You're locking your left front going into Della Roggia.
Ah.
Oh no, Prom. Track limits, come on. Okay, pit stop requested. Blue flag. You're locking your fronts going into Lesmo 2.
Car right, clear right.
What's your speed limit in the pits? Your engine temperatures are now back to normal. There's traffic approaching. Watch your mirrors. The leader's just done a 132.50. Your brakes are cold. We need to get some heat into them. You're locking your right front into the first chicane.
Well done, Jay. Keep turning.
B12. Blue flag.
Right side. Clear right.
In front.
Seeing right front locking into Lesmo 1. Seeing right front locking into Parabolica. You're locking your right front into the first chicane.
Yes, thank you.
You're locking your right front going into Lesmo 2. That's your best lap in this session. Sector 1 is 2.4. Off the pace. You're locking your right front into Lesmo 1. Car in front is pitting. Seeing right front locking into Parabolica. Well, that was a 138.41. Okay, Prom, you're reeling this guy in. The gap's now 2.4 seconds. You're locking your right front going into Lesmo 2. Position. That last lap was a 139.10. You're locking your right front into the first chicane. You're locking your right front going into Lesmo 1. That was a 137.52. Seeing right front locking into Lesmo 2. The leader has just done a 132.35. You're locking your right front going into the first chicane.
Thank you, mate.
Seeing right front locking into Lesmo 1. Car ahead's pitting. E9, that's your fastest lap today. The leader is pitting now. The leader's pitting now. You're locking your right front into Lesmo 1.
bastard!
You've got some serious suspension damage there.
Oh, man.
Acknowledged. Pit stop requested. Alright, Prom. You should have plenty of space on the exit. When we leave the pits, we think we'll be in P11. A few seconds behind P7. Watch your speed. We're seeing lots of front locking.
You get. Hey. What a twat.
There's a car behind. Take care, rejoin him. Your brake temperatures are okay. Okay, Prom, that's half distance. You're looking good for fuel. P9. Blue flag.
Right side, clear right.
Sector 1 is 3.3 off the pace. Car behind's pitting now. P8. Your lap time was 1:38.05. You're locking your right front into the first chicane. You're locking your right front going into Lesmo 2. Seeing right front locking into Parabolica. Sector 1 is 2.2 off the pace. Sector 2 is 1.1 seconds off the pace. Sector 3 is 1.4 seconds off the pace. Blue flag.
Car right, clear to the right.
Seeing right front locking into Lesmo 1. You're locking your right front going into the first chicane. We think P6 has binned it in Ascari. You're locking your right front into Lesmo 2. blocking your right front going into Parabolica. 8th place. Your lap time was at 1:39.00. The car behind's pitting now. The engine doesn't sound right, mate. We'll keep an eye on it.
Up to before the chicane, you can.
Behind.
That was 1:41.43. Sector 2 is 4.4 seconds off the pace. Seeing right front locking into Lesmo 2. 7th position. Sector 1 is 2.6 seconds off the pace. Sector 2 is 2.0 seconds off the pace. Sector 3 is 1.7 seconds off the pace. You're locking your right front into the first chicane. You're locking your left front, braking for Ascari. You're locking your right front going into Parabolica. Seeing right front locking into Lesmo 1. The leader has just done a 132.04. Two laps remaining.
Thank you.
The car behind's pitting. You're locking your right front into Parabolica. One more to go. You've just done a 138.88. P7. That's the end of the race. Bad luck, mate.
Well done, Mickey.
Yeah, congrats, Ian. Well done, man.
Congrats to all podium finishers.
That's right, mate. Really good. Congrats, I feel.
Oh, South Africa today.
Yeah, Mickey Jam. Is Mickey Jam one on?
Yeah, he's not on the chat now.
No, that's right.
Grab your replays.
That problem post the report.
That was a good battle between you and Ned Shot and Trapped, Bill, for a while. I was watching that.
Yeah, my daughter gave me a kiss and I left my DRS open. She had a nice looking second window, and I spun out. And it put me right into a fight with the three of them. Well,
Yeah.
the three of us.
They took
Bill,
each
you'll
other out.
blame
At the
anybody if you blame your daughter. Honestly.
Oh,
How low can you get?
she come and gave me a kiss on the cheek, and the next thing you know, I was just like, oh. That was a tense moment. I don't know what happened between the two of them. They seemed to have enough behind me.
end. Yeah, to be honest, I think is Ned Shot on. Yeah, Ned Shot took him out, took Trapped out, unfortunately, on the barrel bollock. I was watching him. Just a little nudge from behind, but in the worst possible place. Halfway around the parabolica, and they both took damage. Good race though.
Congrats to Smythe and all. Good solid fourth.
Yeah, well done.
Yeah, it was, yeah. Well, your team's doing well, AB and Philip Jip. You'll be miles ahead now, will you, with those
Yeah.
points?
Again, I apologise, Walters.